is super gorgeous, but we've never taken it there. You know, we're just friends, we're homies. She's in her 20s, she lives with her mom, her parents divorced because she says her dad is like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And some of you guys are in this situation where you're out with your other friends and they're always like, yo, what's up with you and so? Like, that's me and Lauren. You know, she's super gorgeous, but we're just homies. So one night, like around 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm laying around in my SpongeBob underwear. Yes, that's important to the story. And I get this text from Lauren and she was like, hey, my mom went out of town and I'm home alone. Can you come over? Now, I don't know about some of y'all supermodels, but it takes me like hours to wash all this ugly off my face. So I'm not trying to go anywhere. Now, any normal functioning red-blooded human boy would look at this text and be like,
it's about to go down.
But me and Lauren are just homies, right? So I'm thinking about this for a good like 4 minutes and I haven't texted back yet. And I think she could sense me about to be like, nah. Then she sends another text saying, just come over and we can watch some Netflix. So now I'm like, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. So now I'm in the car at 1:30 a.m. driving to this girl's house, pull up in her driveway. We're on her couch watching Netflix and I know nothing's going down because we're homies. All of a sudden, her dog runs to the glass patio door and starts freaking out. And it's not like that regular barking. It's that deep, something's going on out here barking, right? But she's got a fence, so I'm just assuming ain't nobody back there. Some raccoon or something just jumped, whatever. She opens up the blinds, nothing's back there. She closes the blinds, comes back over to the couch. We finish watching the movie. So the movie ends, I look at my phone, it's 4 a.m. It's time to go. Lauren, all right, I'm out. She's kind of sleepy, so we stand, we hug. I walk myself to the front door, open it, and there's a truck in the street parked blocking my car in the driveway. There's a white truck out here blocking my car. Oh my God, it's my dad. There is a very crucial part of the story that I intentionally left out. Remember that part earlier when I was like, yeah, her parents divorced because her dad is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Lauren's told me stories about her dad and her parents and why they broke up. She says her dad can be very irrational, super controlling, like tracks her on GPS. He's a gun fanatic and he's racist. So my first question to Lauren is, do you think he has his gun on him? He definitely has his gun on him. Oh, okay, this is how I die. I could have been home having a romantic dinner for one in my SpongeBob tighty-whities, watching PLL, but no. Okay, Lauren, here's what needs to happen. You need to go outside and tell him to move his car. I'm not gonna go out there, he'll kill me. Mira, what do you think he's gonna do to me? So 30 seconds later, she goes outside and starts talking to him. Guys, I'm totally defenseless. I got no form of protection on me. I give it a good like 3 minutes. I peek through the window to check the situation, and her dad has moved his truck forward a little bit. It's now or never. I go to step toward the door, but my feet don't want to move, like survival instincts kick in. And I'm trying to get hype and I'm like, yeah, you got this. You ain't going out like no punk, you got this. I kick open the door, boom, Wakanda forever! And I start walking to my car. You're almost there, you're just a few steps away. So I'm halfway to my car and then her dad goes, hey, what's your name? Adonde? GG, gotta go, bye. Once I got in that car, my car looked like the DeLorean at the end of Back to the Future because I flew out of there. Needless to say, me and Lauren haven't hung out since this night. And to any of you girls who ever hit me up in the future talking about some, come over and watch a movie. When I pull up in your spot with the full tactical gear and the rocket launcher on deck, don't be looking all confused. So my new teammate here,
It is a no-show.
do we get the $1 million if we win?
We gotta get that to cheer.
I mean, we got Sniper Wolf over here.
Indeed.
There's this up-and-coming player, Ninja, he's
I think one of the worst feelings in the world is being cheated on. Remember that girl I was dating that I turned into a gamer? I did that 3 months before she went off to college, and converting your girlfriend into a gamer and then letting her go to college out of state is like taking Justin Bieber, ripping his shirt off, and then throwing him into a pit full of 13-year-old girls. Anyway, but yeah, me and my girlfriend were doing this long distance thing for about a year, and then one day she calls me up and she's like, we hired this new guy at my restaurant named Tim. Oh my god, he's such an idiot. He thinks he's so cool because he has a police record. A week later, we're on the phone, we're talking again, and she's like, Tim found out I was a virgin, and he's been like saying all this really sexual, nasty stuff to me. And he was like saying how he'd have me trembling when he was done with me. And I'm like, oh yeah? Put him on the phone. wait, what? Put him on the phone. I want to talk to him right quick. She puts him on the phone. Hello? Hey yo, cuz, I don't appreciate what my lady telling me right now. You need to relax. All this sex talk you be coming at her with. Listen, partner, I go hard in the paint. I beat bees in the trap. You don't know I'm from Trinidad? And I am crazy. Eh? Your mother, boy. Say I won't come up there. Hey dog, no disrespect, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's just how we do up here in the A. You right though, my bad. My bad, I'ma chill. And from that point on, it was all good. Or so I thought. And then she starts telling me how every day after work, Tim is trying to take her out drinking. And I'm like, babe, this is not brain science or rocket surgery. It's obvious what this dude wants. So as the days go on, I'm venting my frustration out to my boy Warren. And Warren's like, do me a favor, find out what kind of car Tim drives. And I'm like, why? And he's like, don't ask questions, just do it. I asked my girlfriend, come back, and I'm like, yeah, he drives a 1998 black Mitsubishi Eclipse. Yeah, okay, just, you know, just curious. Now, my girlfriend has this routine. She calls me every day as soon as she gets out of work. And this one night in particular, she gets out of work. So I wait a few hours, you know, I'm not a stage 5 clinger. I wait a few hours, and I still don't have no call. So I call her. She doesn't return any of my calls or texts for a day and a half. Now, if you're like me, when you panic, you start thinking the worst possible scenario. And then she finally calls and she's like, okay, I'm just gonna talk. Just listen, don't say anything until I'm done. So last night after work, I went out with Tim and Yudo for drinks, and I had a little bit too much to drink. So Tim took me back to his place. We didn't do anything. The three of us talked about anime and sex all night until I fell asleep. I saw you calling, I saw you texting, but I just turned off my phone. So if you want to break up with me, I'll be really sad, but I understand. And me being the big teddy bear that I am, I forgave her. And it was all good. Or so I thought. Next thing I know, she says something that I'm sure some of you have heard at some point in your life. We should take a break. I'm young, I still wanna have fun, blah-de-blah-de-blah. I'm fighting back the tears, but I go along with this whole break thing. And I'm sitting in class one day, and then I had the most massive epiphany I've ever had. So I pick up my phone and call up my girl, and I'm like, listen, I need you to be 1,000% honest with me right now, okay? That night you went out drinking with Tim and Yudo, and you didn't pick up the phone? You kissed Tim, didn't you? Yes. I knew it! I cried for like a week. I was just crying. Tell Warren my girlfriend cheated, and Warren's like, I had a feeling this might happen. You know what we gotta do now, right? We gotta go up to Atlanta and jack this dude's car up. I just happen to have these 2 baseball bats in my trunk and these 2 ski masks, one for me and then one for whoever else. I don't know, you. But hold on, let me break out my laptop real quick. I'll show you on PowerPoint. I just threw this together real quick. You know his schedule, you know what days he works. Today's Tuesday, I say we do this on Thursday. We drive up to Atlanta, get there by 8 or 9 when it's dark, start beating the crap out of his car. If for whatever reason he comes outside and he sees us and he tries to stop us, he could get it too.
My car! No! That's what you get.
Dude, are you serious? His car gets jacked up. Who's he gonna blame? The dude that lives 9 hours away? No! You gotta take your place in the circle of life. Everything the light touches will be your kingdom. Why are you throwing movie quotes at me? I'm not throwing movie quotes. We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. Warren leaves and I'm like, yeah, yes, I should. No, you're a good guy. No, yeah, screw it. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Warren, let's do this. So for the next few days, I'm getting in the zone. I'm breaking out my Super Nintendo out of my closet and I'm playing through Final Fight just so I can get to that bonus stage where you beat up that guy's car. I'm ready. Let's go. Thursday comes along. I'm ready to go. Warren's supposed to be at my house at 1 o'clock. 1:05, I don't see no Warren. And all of a sudden I start thinking about consequences and what if the cops catch us? And then I think, okay, but I'm not gonna call him. If he shows, let's go. If not, whatever. Warren never shows up. Tim, you got real lucky because me and my boy was about to go bonus stage all up on your Mitsubishi. Believe it or not, Tim and my girl got together. They were dating and about 2 months later, they broke up. And guess who she came crawling back to? And you know what I said? Say it with me for those that know. I ain't nobody's plan B. Either you choose me or you lose me. Everything you guys are about to hear is a this. A lot here. I use a lot of copyrighted music in it. Some of you guys might have seen it, but you haven't. So I went to this anime. So at my last job, I was a lifeguard at the Hard Rock Hotel. One morning at like 8 a.m., I go in and the pool is dead.
I love opening shifts because when the pool is dead, I just take a nap.
So I'm watching the water and this lady comes up to me and she goes,
"Excuse me, young man. What's the quickest way to Oh my God! You are so handsome."
Another family comes out and they go to the other side of the pool and the dad and the daughter in this family jump in the water. Wow, okay, I'm sorry to be this forward, but oh my God, you are so handsome.
Anytime anybody comes to the guard stand and tries to talk to me, I keep looking at the water. I keep scanning, but I just talk to them without making eye contact.
This lady's getting ready for cuffing season because she is just showering me with compliments, and I take my eyes off the water for the first time ever to talk to somebody. Your jawline. Are your parents models? Your lips, oh my God, and your eyes.
And see, that's when I was like, girl, bye. I have black eyes. Okay, you had me going until you started talking about my eyes.
Then she looks away from me and looks at the pool and she goes, "Oh, that guy over there, he doesn't look too hot." So I look up at the dad and there's a few warning signs that something was wrong. He wasn't moving, he was face down, and he was blue. I'm like, is this dude dead? Steve Harvey runs out. Survey says? Any lifeguard will tell you, kids come out to the pool and do the dead man float every day. How does a 5'9" man drown in a 4-foot pool? Explain it. I'm sitting here looking at this dude like, any second now, buddy. You can just stand up, joke's over. Then the lady goes, "I gotta go, bye." The mom, daughter, and son are standing there looking at me like, hello, do something, bro. Michelle is the other lifeguard on duty. She's walking around roaming. She sees this. She walks over. The daughter kind of pushes her lifeless dad's body to the edge of the pool, and Michelle pulls him out, coming up out the water looking like Jinx with them big old lips. 30 minutes later, the paramedics come out. They go back to the ambulance, come back with a stretcher. At this point, he starts moving a little bit. The paramedics are looking at me on the guard stand like, wow, he was up there the whole time? The Grim Reaper shows up and he's helping the paramedics carry the dad back to the ambulance. Jen, my supervisor, shows up and she freaks out. She runs over, talks to Michelle, then runs over to me and she was like,
What happened?
Obviously, you're not doing a good job supervising me, because look at this. Look at what you did. My office, now.
So apparently what happened is the dad and the daughter were underwater trying to see who could hold their breath longest. And the daughter came up and the dad never did. So when the paramedics got there, they said he dry drowned. I went home and looked up dry drowning. I still don't know what it means. I'll leave you guys with this. Splitting your attention, like when you're driving, giving your phone 40%, 60% rated, especially when you're a lifeguard.
Am I proud of this? Kinda. Should I be? No. It's the end of my sophomore year. It's late at night, and my buddies are like, living in these dorms sucks. And I'm like, oh, hold on a minute. There are so many great things about on-campus housing. Like, all the furniture looks like it belongs in a prison. There's one bathroom that 50 people have to share. And the dining hall, which has hundreds of options, which all taste exactly the same. This is amazing! But us, being the crazy rebels that we were, decided we should live somewhere where burning popcorn doesn't send an entire civilization into chaos. So when they passed out the forms, it was like, are you sure you don't want to live here next year? We checked off, yes. No, wait. Yes. 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 You know what? You can check these boxes off for me because I am done, son. We made a ruckus, threw some parties, basically took advantage of the fact that we never had to see these people again. And we quickly realized that maybe that was a mistake. Now this is a big deal because it's the first time in my life I'm looking for my first apartment. Now, when you get an apartment, you should be worried about proof of income, credit checks, but I was more like, let's worry about the important things. I think it's kind of a pool, like a movie theater, a water slide. Knocking it out of the park on the first go. Now, I'm not sure if you know this, but when you're looking for apartments on Craigslist, they help you out by sorting the apartments into different categories, which made it easy. All the ones I wanted were listed under, are you out of your friggin' mind? You can't afford this. So we're scrounging, just trying to find anything that maybe we could even live in. They were in that Craigslist section titled, sure, this is an apartment. I promise. Now me, being the budding entrepreneur that I was like, I love this. How can I give you money so I can not sleep in a box? But my friends, Zach and Steve, soon-to-be roommates, they were a little bougie. They're like, nah, we gotta live somewhere nice. So the semester comes to an end. We all go back to our parents' house for the summer, and I had pretty much given up. Couldn't find a place that my friends thought was good enough, and I did not have money to get the places they wanted. So I just kinda hid in my room and watched old reruns of Mr. Rogers. Not sure if you heard of him, but he created this prolific children's show when I was a kid, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So every morning he'd put on this sweater and somehow give every child in America a hug through the TV. Mr. Rogers was a role model, like a living angel. And I know it's a show for babies, but so what if I watched it in college? I was starting to realize I had a lot in common with these kids, like the only place I could afford to live is a crib. So the summer rolls on and we're ping-ponging back and forth. I'm sending junky places, they're sending fancy places, and we just can't seem to find a place that all three of us could live in. About 2 weeks before junior year starts, and we gotta move back up to Boston, Steve sends me an email. He's like, hey, I found a place. I gave him a deposit. We move in on Monday. Whoa. Sent me a couple pictures, not that many, but I was impressed, guys. It looked fancy. So I wire him the money, drive up to the apartment with my dad, and it is impressive. It's like barely a mile from campus. It's in like a really fancy, swanky building with like a doorman. The only thing missing from it that the places I found had were dead bodies in the elevator. So it was a go. Ride the elevator up to the top floor. Dad's giving me this look like, are you selling drugs to pay for this? Oh, Father, please, your jokes. No, I have a college education. That makes me a fancy human. I see. And by the way, Father, have you been working out? You look fabulous. Nope, I've always looked like this. I swear it. So we open the door to the apartment. See my two roommates in there, and they're arguing. Now you weren't there to know how intense it got, but let's just say there was a good chance there was gonna be a dead body in the elevator soon. Steve, you told me this was 2 bedrooms. Steve's like, it is 2 bedrooms. I'll be sleeping upstairs. You'll be right here in this cove. Whoa, whoa, guys, no need to argue just yet. First we need to figure out, why isn't this 3 bedrooms? And my dad's just sitting there laughing. You see, it turns out Steve, who was the one that was adamant that we get a really nice place, basically he rented out this apartment without telling anyone else that it was a 1 bedroom. And then Zach had laid dibs on this cove that kind of had a swinging door. It wasn't closed off though, it was still like part of the kitchen. And then I was just supposed to sleep in the living room. So I was understandably upset, but my dad, you know, he did the dad thing. Son, you're an idiot, but I have an idea. You see, when my dad was about my age, he and a bunch of friends moved in this apartment, and they all lived in the basement, and they kind of split the rooms up with sheets. And I was like, Dad, that is so money. Let's do it. So we got some heavy-duty shelving, put it up with some 2x4s and drywall, and basically built some low-income housing in the middle of our fancy apartment. Well, it wasn't the apartment I'd been dreaming of. My dad did help build the whole thing and turned it into a home. So for any dads out there that do nice things like this, thank you. It really means a lot that you look out for us. So that's kind of the story of my first apartment. It may not have been perfect, but I was proud of it. Oh, and I am gonna tell you about the couch, but real quick, one thing I never realized you needed for apartments was credit checks. They're really not that scary, it's just an easy way for them to be like, yeah, this guy pays his bills on time. And if you wanna check your credit, you can use our sponsor, creditkarma.com/Alex. You'll be able to check it completely for free. Actually, when I got that first apartment, I was so nervous that I wasn't gonna pass the credit check and I was gonna have to live in a tent. So that's what's great about Credit Karma. It checks your score without affecting your score, and it does it all completely for free. If I was able to do that when I got my first apartment, I wouldn't have been so worried. So to find out why so many Clarkers have joined the 80 million members that trust creditkarma.com, visit creditkarma.com/Alex. So filling that apartment with furniture wasn't easy. Never forget the day after we moved in, we found this beautiful couch out by the dumpster of our apartment building. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, This is a couch I can afford. Rounded the corner, and whoever got rid of this couch clearly thought it was too much of a hassle to bring it down the stairs as it was, so they sawed it in half right down the middle, basically turning it into trash. And so, my first thought was, well, this is gonna be easy to bring back upstairs. I feel like you're gonna look at me differently now that you know my couch was sawed in half for most of college. Now, if you are a fan of animation, thank you for subscribing. And you might be interested to know if you're subscribed, you may have noticed that many of my stories are about my family. Whether it's my penny-pinching dad, my barbaric sister, or my foodie-loving mom. You seem to love when I take advantage of their stories for YouTube monetization. Keep making those Benjamins, son. I used the money to get this sweet ride. Now, when it comes to my grandmother, there's only one thing that you need to know. She is dead. 6 feet under. Gone. It's over. Finally. That took forever. Before you go and get all upset,
He's making fun of his grandpa.
you should know that I had an amazing grandma, and she was a wonderful woman. And one of the things I loved about her was she loved getting a rise out of me, and when I did it to her as well. Like, whenever she'd have to pick me up from school, she'd be like, I'm gonna get on the oldest old lady outfit and the ugly tchotchke glasses, and I'm gonna pick you up in front of all your friends and give you a big kiss on the lips. Really, Grandma? I don't think you're gonna do that because you're dead. Boom! For real though, we would always go back and forth like this, and she thought it was so funny. And so, Grandma, wherever you are, if you're listening, there comes a time and place that everyone should be a bit respectful. And I would like to honor your life by talking some smack about you. Let's go. One thing that really made me laugh was that my grandmother had been married 4 times. And they were all great guys. I met all of them. They were good dudes. But what made me laugh was one of the last times I was hanging out with her, she needed help logging into her email. And so I asked her her password. And she spouted off a bunch of random letters and numbers. And I was like, how do you remember that? Well, that's easy. It's the initials of all my husbands and how long we were married for. Really, Grandma? Really? Your husband's right there. Oh, don't worry. His initials are in there too. Richard, yep, they're in there. You would think that someone that was married 4 times would be miserable and a little bit bitter, but she was always really nice and happy, and I can't think of one time she complained about anything. And like most grandmothers, she loved spoiling us. She would always make us delicious food and make burnt chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, they were burnt. You know they were burnt. I can smell you baking some burnt ones right now. And one of my favorite things she would do with me is take us to the theater. She didn't have a lot of money, but she would save up when she could, and she would always bring us to the biggest and best shows, and she'd say, if I had more, I'd bring you all the time. Well, maybe you should work harder, Grandma. Ow, ow! Alexander, you're so funny, aren't you? See, if she slapped you in the head, that's when you knew she loved you. One show I remember her bringing us to was Man of La Mancha. It was a musical. It took place during the Renaissance, back during like the 2nd season of Game of Thrones. And I remember just sitting in the theater, staring up at the stage and thinking those guys were so funny and how cool it would be to one day do something like that. And that was definitely one of the moments in my life that made me want to be a performer when I grew up. And if you're a new subscriber, you might not remember that I also do live performing in addition to YouTube, right? And the first time my grandma came to see my show was at the Wisconsin State Fair. By the way, I'm going to be there again this year if you want to come check out a show. It would be nice to have some company since my grandma's not coming. I'm going to hell. But she actually drove all the way up from Florida to Wisconsin just to see the show. And I'll never forget, after the show, the very first thing she said to me was, wow, your career's not as glamorous as I thought it was. Maybe she went to hell too, I don't know. But as much as my grandma hassled me, I knew that she always loved me. Like there was this one time when I first moved to LA, and I didn't have no money, nothing. Couldn't figure out how I was gonna pay rent, but I really wanted to take my girlfriend out for some food.
We really can't afford to go out.
Well, I don't want to stay here and eat rice. So I had the idea to call my grandmother and ask her to order us a pizza.
Your grandmother's not gonna do that.
Yes, she is.
She lives on the other side of the country. Why would she buy you a pizza?
Shh. Just watch. What do you want, pepperoni or cheese? What do you...
Oh, it's my favorite grandson. I knew you'd call.
All right, enough chit-chat, old lady. Okay, I was wondering if... I didn't say that, sorry. It was more like, hey, my girlfriend and I are really hungry, and we were wondering if you'd just buy us a pizza.
Well, yeah, of course we would.
How
and Alex was right, ladies and gentlemen, in the fight of boyfriend versus girlfriend.
Now, she obviously didn't have to order us a pizza, but she did because she was that kind of lady. And it actually turned into a family tradition. You see, whoever in the family was the last one to get the pizza, anyone in the whole rest of the family can call and be like, hey, I'm hungry, order me a pizza. And then it gets passed on to them. So after my grandma ordered me the pizza, I got it. And then my sister called me and she got the pizza. And then someone called her and got the pizza. And it just goes on and on like that until my dad calls for the pizza and then refuses to buy one for anybody. I think this whole provoking grandma thing started as a kid when I used to write in her birthday cards, "Happy birthday. I hope you enjoy it because it's probably your last one." Ow! More recently, though, my favorite thing to do was inside her birthday card, which I was sure to mail her every year. I would mail her $1, and I'd write, "I love you very much. Don't spend it all in one place." Now, I obviously have tons more stories about my grandma, because she was an incredible, fun, lovely woman. If you like this video, let me know, and I'll do some more stories about her. And if your grandparents are still around, make sure you take time every now and then to say, "I love you." Let them know they're special to you while you still can, you know? And don't worry about my grandma. I think she would be honored that in her memory, I made a video dunking on her for the entire world to watch. And even though she's gone, I'm sure if she could come back just for 1 second, I know exactly what she'd do. Ah! Oh! Love you too, Grandma. Some of you may have noticed that I've been talking about going on tour lately on social media, and if you're interested, I think the first show is going to be in Fargo, North Dakota on July 21st. More info coming real soon, but this is the start of something big. Mark your calendars. It's Alex Clark, and I will see you somewhere, okay? Bye! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Person, I don't know your name, so let's Google it. Most common name in the world. Okay, it's Mohammed. Mohammed. Happy birthday to you. Whenever I'm at a restaurant and I hear that song being sung, I always want to sing along, you know, to make their night more special. And it always gets ruined because I never know their name. And by the way, just assuming their name is Mohammed, that has never worked for me. I've never been at the Cheesecake Factory and been like, "Mohammed, happy birthday to you," and had a good reaction. That is just not worth. So, random person I don't know, I got you a birthday gift to take care of this issue. Do you want to know what it is? Face tattoos, yay! Yeah, you just get your name tattooed on your face. A face tat! And I know that seems like a pretty big commitment to get a permanent tattoo on your face, just so I know your name when you're out at restaurants and it happens to be your birthday. But would you quit your whining? I'm trying to make your birthday special here, jeez. Pretty nice of me to sing, considering I wasn't even invited to your birthday. I might be one of those people that love birthdays too much. Like when my birthday would roll around as a little kid, I'd always turn into a total control freak.
Who's coming? What's the guest list? What desserts are we serving? Does anyone have a food allergy? Can we get a structural engineer in here to verify the max weight limit of this tree branch? It's a pretty heavy piñata.
My mom would be like, "Those are some big words for a 4-year-old. But I can't help it. I just love birthdays that much. It doesn't even matter if they're mine. That's why I got one of you a birthday gift, a real birthday gift, a $50 gift card to the Nintendo eShop. Giving it away at the end of this video. Why would I do that? I get overboard on birthdays. I really do. Like back when I was in kindergarten, the first time I could invite friends to my birthday, I was so excited. I decorated the whole house and I put on like this really nice turtleneck probably, and I would just like lay on the floor staring at the calendar like, 3 more days till my birthday party, 2 more days, 1 more hour. They're here! And then I proceeded to scream, running and yelling for like 40 minutes straight, "It's my birthday! It's my birthday! It's my birthday!" Now, I was loving my birthday, but I was also such a demon that every single kid that came left within 30 minutes. Like, the one thing I remember is we played this game where you tie a string to your foot with a balloon on it, and you'd have to run around and try and pop everyone else's balloon and have your balloon be the last balloon that was left. And let's just say I took advantage of my high status birthday position. Like every single kid that got anywhere close to my balloon, I exploded.
It's my birthday, don't you dare touch that balloon.
And And so after that birthday, my mom politely decided that I could no longer invite friends to my birthday party. Now, my mom and dad would still throw birthday parties, like just little small family things, but it wasn't a thing where I could invite all sorts of friends and stuff. I actually talked to my sister about birthdays, and she said the only birthday she remembered was in middle school, and like my mom didn't even get cake or anything. Like all the friends came, and after about 45 minutes, the only thing my mom did was this.
All right, kiddos, get your shoes on. It's time for an adventure.
That's right, you're adventuring home to your parents. Go home, waste their money. Look at this, there's a dent in the couch cushion. I'm not paying to fix that. My parents are awesome. I guess they just weren't birthday people, you know? It was never really a thing for them. That said, I do have a couple favorite birthday stories. The first birthday I could invite friends to was actually my 16th birthday party. I don't know if I've told you guys this, but in high school, I actually ended up going to this performing arts high school. Now, the school was awesome, but because it was regional, most of my friends lived like 30 to 45 minutes away from each other. And so to get them all together for this birthday party was just awesome. I wonder if any of the kids that came were like sitting in the car like,
I've heard some weird things about Alex's birthday parties, okay? So if we need to leave, if anything goes awry, just ask the father for food or to turn on the electricity.
Did you feel that? Someone is talking about me spending money. I don't like it. Where are you? Where are you? But for my 16th birthday party, since I was born in the beginning of February, Aquarius, by the way, I decided I wanted to go sledding. So we did it, and it lasted several hours, and nobody got hurt. I didn't strangle or kill anybody.
So what do you got now, Mom?
One thing that my mom and my grandmom and my aunt do every single birthday is no matter where you are, no matter what, they call you and sing happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. You know, when you were little, I almost named you Mohammed.
The next birthday I really remember is my 21st birthday. You know, the one where you're supposed to go out and party and get crazy and drink apple juice. What? Why? What are you drinking? Apple juice can mess you up, okay? Maybe I have an apple allergy. You don't know. You don't know. I don't have an apple allergy. But I've always been of the mindset to be different, you know, think weird. And so for my birthday, we went to Chuck E. Cheese.
For a limited time, every kid's a winner at Chuck E. Cheese's. You can win tokens, tickets.
Yeah, I know. You're like, man, that's why I'm subscribed to this guy. I got a bone to pick with whoever makes Chuck E. Cheese's. Why is it just for kids, man? I'm an adult, and we need our own restaurant. If Chuck E. Cheese is for kids, we should have a Charlie Chores for being an adult. And what happens when you go to Charlie Chores is they fold all your laundry, and they make your bed, and they sweep the kitchen floor for you, and then you just, like, get to watch and take a nap. Like, that is what I want. That sounds like so much fun. If there's any business-savvy people out there that want to make this idea a reality, get it on the ground floor. I'm happy to join forces, give you my dirty laundry, let you work out the kinks. Now, the craziest thing about my birthday at Chuck E. Cheese was that night I actually lost $10,000. That's a really long story, so if you want to hear it, I'll have to make another video about it. Let me know. I'd say one of my least favorite things about birthdays is not getting a really good gift. And luckily, I'm in a position to fix that for someone that didn't get a good gift this year. If you had a crappy birthday and want to make a video about it, we're gonna have a little contest to get one of you a great gift. And give that person the $50 gift card to the Nintendo eShop. You know what? No, we're doing two $50 gift cards. That's right, $100 split between two people. Take that, Scott Rogowski. Now, one gift card is for my regular viewers, and the second will be given away to one of my Patreon backers. It's gonna be the same exact rules for subscribers and Patreon. Only difference is patrons have a higher chance of winning because I have less patrons than subscribers. So if you're not a patron, this is an awesome chance to check it out. I'm gonna go over all the rules for the contest on my second channel, Alex Clark Live. Make sure you watch that before you make your video. The rules are super simple, so click that link in the description to get started on your video. And make your video before the deadline, okay? Good luck.
You just used to get crazy. It's like I gave you a birthday party with your friends and you were just like so crazy. I'm like, yeah, we can't have birthday parties with friends with Alex anymore.
Thanks, Mom. Hey, we forgot to put a screenshot in last week's video, but there is one in this week's if you find it. Does that, am I? So with the $10,000, these were two situations where I found out that about 10 tried to give me 20 million and I deleted the email. Very funny, guys. Well, I've actually lost about $10,000 two times. Why? Not to brag or anything, but I've lost so much money I could have bought a car with it. Just saying, it gives me a heart attack. Oh my god. That's so much money. I freak out when I lose even something like $10. Because when I lose stuff, I get irrational about where it could be. Just start accusing everyone I know and love.
Ah, my son, I love you so much.
Cut the chit chat, mommy. Last night I left $10 on my nightstand, and I woke up this morning, and it's gone. Did you take my money?
Son, I haven't been to California in 6 months.
I know. did you take my money? Well, you see. Did you take? Oh, wait, it's in my pocket. I'm sorry. That is always my first reaction when I lose stuff, to blame other people. And it's almost always in my pocket or on a table. And I always feel so bad after. I feel like such a weirdo for doing stuff like that, but I can't be the only one that does that, am I? So with the $10,000, these were two situations where I found out that by the time I left the room I was in, I could probably have $10,000. All right, the first story was at Swoozy's house. If you somehow never heard of Swoozy, he's one of the original kings of YouTube animation. Some of my favorite videos of his are of dates he's been on. He calls me and invites me over to his house. So naturally, there's a tiny part of me that's like, I wonder if Swoozy would think I was pretty if I was a girl. He said no, you guys. He said no, you guys. He calls me up and he's like, hey bro, I'm having a Mario Kart party. If you want to come over, it's gonna be lit. And by the way, Swoozy is a really nice, generous guy. So I was excited to hang out with him. I show up and I'm just like laying on the table and on the couch and I'm like, come on, Swoozy, you must at least think I'm handsome. Didn't happen, but there was lots of cool people at the party. Hi, Justine, Alex Wasabi, Lord DIY, just all sorts of awesome YouTubers. If you've never been to Swoozy's place, it was on the top floor of this high-rise in downtown LA with these gorgeous views, which means it's really hard to park your car. It's all overpriced meters and expensive lots, so I guess it was fancy, but Swoozy, if you want to impress me, you need a one-bedroom ranch with a driveway. So Swoozy opens the door, he's got a couple cameras in her face, and he says, welcome to Fight Club. What? And then when everyone gets there, he stands up in front and he's like, hey, we're gonna play Mario Kart. You all been talking smack about being so good at this game. Whoever wins tonight is leaving here with $10,000. And everyone's freaking out! I'm more level-headed than that, so I was immediately like, well, I'm probably not gonna win. If I lose, are you gonna validate my parking? But anyways, this was a total surprise. Everyone at the party thought we were coming over just to hang out. And then he throws $10,000 on the coffee table like it's nothing. He's like, hey, I wipe my butt with this sometimes. Do you guys want any? A reminder, Swoozy called this a fight club. So the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. So my mouth is sealed. I'm not telling you anything more about this club. Okay, fine, go to Swoozy's channel. He made a whole video about it. But what about the money? Based on Swoozy's logic, I don't need the money. That's right. I can wipe my butt with toilet paper, so don't need it. The second time I lost $10,000 was on the night of my 21st birthday. I made another video about this whole thing at Chuck E. Cheese, and the thing I didn't tell you about that night is my buddy Pat had just moved to Los Angeles. Like, he had got to town that morning, driving in from Massachusetts, and the whole day he was like, oh, we're going out tonight. This is gonna be lit. We're gonna go to some clubs. We're gonna meet some girls. And then it was just him staring at us in the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. Yay! He loved it in a 100% hate it kind of way. And so I didn't want the whole night to be a bust for him, so we ended up going to a club after Chuck E. Cheese closed. So we get into the club, and I'm going to assume that this was the richest man I will ever see in my life. He had on a furry coat, he had a pimp cane, Gucci sunglasses. Like, if Swoozy wipes his nose with $100 bills, this dude farts diamonds. And he's just chucking money out onto the dance floor. Like 5s and 10s and 20s. My buddy's like, yes, this is the LA I've been waiting for. So we all run over to the money cloud and we're just grabbing for bills left and right. Doing whatever we can to get this sugar daddy to look our way, you know? And I am yelling out all these things to get his attention. And I was like, this is the closest I will ever be to it being appropriate for me to yell, holla at your boy! I said, holla! Now, since Pat had first moved to LA, he was just thinking, man, Los Angeles must be like this every day. No wonder so many people live here. And he would just grab enough money to buy another drink, and then get the drink, drink the drink, then get some more money, and go back over and over again. Because he was like, oh, this happens every day. I'll just get more tomorrow. Me, on the other hand, I was like, dude, this is a once in a lifetime. But I remember being really self-conscious about my friends being like, why is he going so hard for this money? So I stopped around $500, which paid for my rent that month, and I was pretty impressed with myself until we were leaving. And there was this dude walking out the club. He went in with skinny jeans. I remember seeing him, but he had stuffed his pants so full of money, it looked like he had on snow pants. And I was like, yo, dude, how much did you get? At least 9, bro. That's 9,000, by the way. Had to ruin my $500, didn't you? All in all, both times I almost got $10,000 were wicked fun, and even though I didn't get the money, I still had a great time. I'm surprised these things happen to me at all, because I'm more of a stay-at-home kind of dude. Like, I love cartoons like Dofus. I've talked about it before. It's a cartoon on one of my favorite sponsors of the channel, verve.co/Alex. And I was just hunting around for something new to watch, and they just released the Dofus movie, Book 1 Julith. What? A whole movie? What? So I'm gonna watch it this weekend. If you'd like to watch it too, definitely click that link to get a 30-day free trial of their premium service. And that includes ad-free and offline viewing, with content from Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, Cartoon Hangover, and a huge reason we're able to do weekly content is because of folks just like you hitting up vrv.co/Alex. And if you ever get invited to a party at my house, I can't guarantee you $10,000, but I will get you something even better. Free parking and toilet paper! I am so pumped that you guys have been loving the new cartoons over on cryptocurrency. You ever wonder if you missed out on your chance with something? Like, I wonder if before Google was a big thing, would I have been smart enough to get involved? It returns thousands of searches in under a second. So you think that can make me a billionaire? Definitely. No, I'm investing in these tiny stuffed animals called Beanie Babies. Let's just see who gets rich first, my friend. That was a dumb mistake. Now, after all these years, there's finally another thing that I'm like, am I missing out on this? It's everyone's favorite real, fake, real money. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the future of money. A virtual currency that isn't backed by anything physical. Unlike the dollar, which is backed by global confidence in the United States, Bitcoin is backed by literally nothing. Pretty great, right? Right. And did you know there's literally dozens of different cryptocurrencies? Like, look at this, there's a Dogecoin. A dog meme joke currency is money, like actual Doge money. And I'm just sitting here like, when can I pay for stuff with Beanie Babies? That said, it would be really cool to start your own currency, get mega rich off it. I mean, can you imagine? Sorry, Dad, but that $10 check Mom gave me, it bounced. What? $10? Where's your mother? Close the window. Can't believe she gave me $10. Here's a real gift. What's a Clark coin? It's a cryptocurrency started by yours truly. You did this all by yourself? Well, I can't take all the credit. I found a coupon code using the Honey extension, and I got a discount on Jake Paul's Edfluence cryptocurrency course. Welcome to Dabcoin. Welcome to the financial part of the Edfluence program. There's 3 rules you need to follow. Rule number 1. Hit like and subscribe, bro. Rule number 2. Set a pool on fire. Rule number 3. You can start your own currency by paying us $20. That's it. Oh, Dad, that is terrible advice. I know that now, Sean, but I followed it to a T. But if you can keep a secret, I'll give you this. 15,000 Clark coins? Yep, it's not worth anything, but it could be. Any minute. And that's the problem with made-up money. The price fluctuates so much, you have no idea what it's worth. You can't spend it. Like, how do you cash this stuff out? What, do you go to the bank? Your 15,000 Clark coins work out to $42.78. All right, I'll take it, I guess. Oops. It just went down to 0. No, it didn't. Oh, no, wait. What is it? It's above 30,000. Really? 40,000. Wait. Cash it out. Wait. Cash it out. Wait. What happened? This is really great. Now you actually owe us $12. Now here's a crazy Bitcoin story. On May 22nd, 2010, the first Bitcoin purchase was 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins, worth about $40. Fast forward a couple years, and now that money's worth over $15 million. That's how much they paid for 2 pizzas! Serious talks for a minute. One of my first jobs in LA was working for a TV show on Comedy Central. And one day, the executive producer was like, hey, come into my office. I want to give you some advice. I remember being really excited, like, he's gonna tell me how to get on TV, how to be famous. This is my big break. And then he just spent 20 minutes talking about how I should invest in things and spend my money wisely so that when I retire, I'll have $15 million. And I'm just like, dude, I'm tapped out. I spent all my invest money on Beanie Babies, okay? Not to brag, but my Chef Robuchon beanies was $7,000. After all these years, he did have a point. So to keep it just really brief, if you invest a little early on and then save and invest more and like save, by the time you're really old, like older than Alex Clark, you could be doing pretty good for yourself. Now, I don't have $15 million. That'd be cool, because then I could buy 2 pizzas. But I do have some advice on it and could make a video about it, so if you want to see it, let me know. But back to what I was saying. Don't do cryptocurrency. Not if there's only like one place you can spend it. Why would you want money you can only spend in one place? I mean, would you rather have $100 in straight cash or $250 million to the Alex Clark online store? Now, I'm sure there's some great people watching that maybe already have Bitcoin. Well, I figured it out. How you can cash out your money. You know when you're really hungry and you have no money? So you run home and scrounge up a bunch of couch change and then put it in a coin sorter at the grocery store. Like, for us, the grocery store is Ralph's, and in the States, those machines are called Coinstar machines. And then you're always waiting behind people that, like, have their buckets of change and they're sitting there for half an hour dumping out their last nickel. Well, those Coinstar machines now exchange Bitcoin! Doesn't that seem kinda awkward to go wait in line behind a guy who's been saving up to buy a hot dog and you're just like, nah, I'm just gonna take out a couple million? If they want millionaires to bank at Coinstar, could they at least make it a millionaire experience? Wouldn't that be great? My man, it's already like that. Whoa. Step into the future, bro.
Welcome to the future of money. By the year 2050, fluctuating markets will cause all currencies to fail. Earth's richest countries will instead barter with items of rarity. Gold, silver. Click OK to exchange your Clark coins for Earth's rarest currency. Beanie Babies.
Okay, maybe that's a little bit dumb, but so is money based off of a dog. Now, if you didn't know, I have a whole team of people that help me animate and make all these awesome videos. It would be impossible without them. Everyone brings these like crazy good talents, and I thought it would be cool to do something awesome for them today. We're only able to do that because of today's awesome sponsor. It's called Honey. It's a free browser extension that searches for coupon codes to get you the best deals on purchases online and in life. And I thought it would be cool to buy everyone in the office lunch with it, so that's what we're doing right now. This is Chris. He helps out with animation. Chris, name 5 types of pizzas.
5 types of pizzas. Absolutely crazy. Cheese, pepperoni, veggie, mushroom.
That's what. Did you ever have a first job that you weren't into at all? Like mine was Old Navy. You're never gonna believe this, but I actually excelled at that job. Employee of the week 3 times, store manager within a year, and yep, that was the dream I had on the first day while I slept on the store floor. In actuality, I got fired after 3 days for sleeping, and I picked up that paycheck proudly, okay? Because if you're good at something, like napping, you should get paid for it. And after my first attempt at a job, I was like, I'm not doing this again unless it's exciting. Like, I spent my whole childhood watching movies where, like, dudes rob casinos, and now all of a sudden I'm supposed to make money by selling sweaters? I don't think so. But when I hit high school, my friends started dropping like flies. Every weekend, another one had a job. And they gradually kept doing more and more stuff I couldn't afford. Hey, let's go to the movies. I can't.
How about go-karts?
I can't.
We're getting season passes to Six Flags.
You know, let me think about that. No, I can't do it. Now, if you don't know Six Flags, it's an amusement park. Roller coasters, food, and I know you're wondering, did I rob a Six Flags? No. But conveniently, where I grew up, there was another amusement park called 60 Flags. Exactly the same as Six Flags, except at one point, I did commit a crime. That's 60 Flags, not Six Flags. 60. You following me? I would never commit a crime at Six Flags. But 60 Flags... oh, we did something terrible. Real quick, I want to say thanks for clicking subscribe and like and stuff. I love telling you about my ridiculous life, and that's the best way to make it happen. Also, shout out to my Patreon peeps. I love you guys. Thank you. I've made a lot of friends on there, actually. All right, back to the story. With my friends going to 60 Flags all the time, while I had to stay at home, I kind of felt like a loser. Oh, Dad, come on. Buy me the season's pass, please.
Son, if you want to go on a ride, you can mow the lawn.
Did you even remember it's his birthday?
Yes. That's why I paid for the gas.
But after months of trying, my dad finally cracked.
You know what would make me truly happy, son?
I'll do anything, Papa.
Cutting you off. You're cut off. It's over. No more money from me.
Now, the thing about my dad is he's been saying that exact sentence since the day I started kindergarten. So it was meaningless until my mom said something like,
your father's right. You need a job.
You know what, Mom? I was ready to stay here for the rest of my life, and you just ruined it. So with no money to spend and nothing to do, I just ended up at school complaining about it.
Yo, everyone needs a job. The trick is to get a job that's cool.
How am I gonna find that here?
Right here, bro. Stuntman.
What? That's awesome! Turns out 60 Flags had a stunt show, and Bobby'd been hired by them as one of their lead stuntmen. He got to drive the armored car, jump through fire. It was insane. Hey, you gotta get me a job there. That would be awesome. A few weeks later, we were driving in for my first day when Bobby says this.
So, I got you a job.
I know, I'm gonna be a stuntman.
Not exactly.
Not to brag, but I got hired by a way more fun department. Accounting, yay, 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 yay! Hey! Somebody shoot me. I guess Bobby told the HR people I was smart, which is half true. I mean, I was waitlisted at MIT, but that's another video. But I guess they're like, you must be good at math. Let's put him in accounting. Thanks, Bobby. I thought it was pretty obvious I wanted to be a stuntman, but hey, you know what's really fun for a teenager? Doing taxes. I'm gonna kill you! And so for the entire summer of my sophomore year, I got to do math. Just me alone in this room with no windows, one computer with no internet, and a giant pile of like $2 million. I don't know about you, but whenever I sit in front of $2 million, the only thing I think about is, how can I make this mine? And I'm proud to say, we figured it out.
So here's the plan. Every morning at precisely 8:37 a.m., Alex shows up exactly 37 minutes late to my favorite spot in the park. The Vault. I'm very consistent. I'm sure you're familiar with many high-end security systems. The Vault has the very best. One flimsy door that locks magnetically with parts purchased from Home Depot. If you kick it really hard, it opens. It gets worse. At 11 a.m., 2 security guards escort this armored vehicle to Gate 2. Now, you should know, this is a theme park. Both of these security guards are highly trained in combat, under the age of 16, and one of them is my cousin, Lewis. He just got braces. By 11:15, the truck's at the Vault. Once inside the Vault, the truck driver must be authorized for pickup.
What do they got? Facial recognition? Fingerprint scanner? What is it?
Nah, this is better.
I just look at the guy, and if it's him, I sign off on his clipboard. What? Are you serious? I did not make any of that up. That was legit the security system at 60 Flags when I worked there. We drafted up blueprints, had a stakeout, figuring all out how we're gonna rob the Six Flags, lying to Lewis, telling him his braces were cool. Long story short, Bobby was gonna drive the stuntman armored truck up to the Vault. I would sign off on the clipboard because I know Bobby, and boom, if we did it on the busiest weekend I worked there, we would have made $3.4 million. And Six Flags, if you're watching, I mean 60 Flags, if you're watching, hope you're not upset. Like, my friends and I basically only talked about your brand for an entire 8 weeks, so that's probably worth the money. And everyone else that's watching, I know you're wondering, did we do it? Well, there is only one way to answer this. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. You didn't think I was really gonna tell you that, did you? Also, have you ever planned a crime and want to share it with the entire internet? Let me know that in the comments too. I mean, I'm kind of curious what kind of jobs you guys have, or you want to get, just like the whole job thing. Maybe we can talk about that in the comments. And if you're wondering about my 60 Flags job, it was actually a really good first job. Like, that one love, you know, the one that lasts forever, it's something every single one of us would love to have. And I've dated a few girls, but the one you ask about most is Ariel. You all want to know if she's the one. I am so excited to tell you. Now, before I tell you what happened, I need to show you exactly how it all went down. Some of you may have seen these before. For those of you that haven't, this is exactly how Ariel and I fell in love. Now, this one is about a holiday crush, and if you're like me, Christmas is your favorite time of year. Why? Some like mistletoe, some have an unhealthy obsession with eggnog. For me, it's the ladies' outfits. And no, I don't dress up in ladies' outfits, okay? I love the way girls dress at Christmas. And I know it's not sexy summer skirts, but I just love a beautiful woman in a cute sweater and a knit hat. Maybe that's just me, because I'm a big, adorable cuddle monster, but that is the absolute hottest a girl can be. It all goes back to one of my first Christmas crushes, and to protect the innocent, I've changed everyone's name in this story. Now, my family would always have Christmas parties, and every year I'd always get asked by every relative, "Do you have a girlfriend yet?" And I'd always have to say no. I hated that. So my best friend Luigi took me out so I could vent about it.
Hey, I'm Ariel. I'll be serving you tonight. Can I start you guys off with some drinks?
Yeah, we'll have, how about, God.
I'll just get you some waters.
Yes, please. Wow. As soon as she leaves the table, Luigi's all like, "Ooh, idea! What did she come to the party?" Now, I had never met a girl that made me speechless, so I just had to do something. I whipped out a pen, wrote a cute little note on a napkin. I was being adorable. And then she came back.
2 waters on the house, 'cause you're kind of cute.
What? Did you just say I'm like sexy-ish likeness stuff? Yeah, and then in all that commotion, I didn't realize I'd spilt the waters all over the table. Luigi must have known I was embarrassed, because right away he was like, "We have to go. Mario's cart broke down." It was a week to the party, and I still didn't have a date. It's not like I ever had a chance, so whatever. And then this. Hello?
Hey, is this Alex?
Yeah, why?
It's, Ariel.
What? I invited her to the party right away and hung up before I could screw anything else up, right? Who's the man? I had a date. Alex dances, dance, cause I'm sexy. Dance it if you're sexy, sexy, dance it.
I can still hear you.
Whoop. And right as I'm celebrating, my sister shows up out of the darkness. Alex has a girlfriend. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Okay, you need to shut up.
But she's coming to the party, right?
Yeah.
Well, then Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa will all know you got a baby mama.
Wait, she has a point. This totally gorgeous woman's coming to my house. She's gonna meet my crazy family. Then she's gonna want nothing to do with me. The day the party rolled around, I was a nervous wreck. I was the only one answering that door. If I could corner her before anyone else, I could at least give her a heads up on what's going on. An hour went by, not there. 2 hours, still not there. Even crazy Uncle Chuck showed up.
So I've got 9 gallons of eggnog. If you want some, it's in my belly.
After 3 hours, I gave up. She wasn't coming.
You know it would make you feel better.
Some eggnog?
Some eggnog!
And then he spilled eggnog all over my pants. Ugh. I went upstairs to change and my sister showed up.
What do you want? Well, your girlfriend just arrived.
What? I ran downstairs as fast as I could. There is no telling what was going on down there. And she was there. In a cute sweater, and a knit hat, and my whole family was staring at us like,
"Who's this, Al?"
Well, I'm Ariel, and I think we're on a date.
Oh. Well, that is lovely. Alex, why don't you go put on some pants?
Dang it! So that's exactly how I met Ariel, and when things got serious, I had to meet her parents. Meeting the parents. In a new relationship, it's something everyone has to do.
Mom, Dad, this is Tom. Hello.
Now, this isn't how you normally talk, but if you've never met parents before, the first time, you get so paranoid. Why? This isn't ancient times, okay? No one is going to say, "I forbid you from seeing my daughter." It's not gonna happen, because you're in a Pizza Hut in Ohio, eating garlic knots. So just be yourself, okay? Be you. Do you, boo? Because nothing bad will happen, alright? Unless you eat the last garlic knot. You just ate your last garlic knot.
Dad, no, leave him alone.
Nobody eats my garlic knot! Now that would never happen, because I'm allergic to garlic. But I bring all this up because my second date with Ariel was meeting her parents. And I was prepared. I had little flashcards of all the things they would ask. Washed my car, put on a clean shirt. I even made cologne out of Gatorade and Dove shampoo. I smell like a bird that just won the Super Bowl. I was all set to go. Got in my car when my sister shows up in the driveway.
Where are you off to, big brother?
None of your business.
You may leave this house, but I will always find a way to meddle.
Now, my sister was notoriously evil. One of the many positives of dinner at Ariel's house. So I'm cruising the highway, practicing what I'll say to her folks, just feeling good. When all of a sudden, what was that? Yeah, my muffler blew a hole in it. I'm like 2 seconds from this girl's house. Now it sounds like I'm coming in a tank, and I'm gonna take their daughter hostage.
Attention! We are here for your daughter. Please send her outside along with some yummy snacks, and no one will be harmed.
So I pull up to her house, the whole neighborhood's watching. All that confidence I had, totally gone. You know that scene in Aladdin where he and Jasmine are alone on the balcony? That is not what happened.
Would you look at those cheeks? You're like a fat little pumpkin. We love Halloween. Mom, stop.
Now, the important thing about Mama Fish is that she loved me. Okay, the scary thing, having to deal with the dad. I swear on my life, when we sat at that dinner table, this is exactly who was sitting right across from me.
This chicken cutlet is delicious.
It didn't matter what he said, I was petrified.
Can you pass the potatoes, please?
Your dad is so scary. I just sat there shoveling chicken into my face. My face was getting hot, man, turning red, probably sweating. I did not feel good.
Alex, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Swear it. Well, I for one am just so excited that you're here.
That's why she made your favorite. Garlic chicken.
My favorite? I am so allergic to garlic. Now my face looks like a balloon. Why would they think that? Now I gotta pretend like I like it. I love it. Oh, honey, he loves it. You know, I called your house and asked, what should I make? Your sister, she is such a doll. She said, anything with garlic. Oh, my sister. She is so dead. We dated for a long time after that. And just like every other relationship, wasn't always roses. But this last story is proof that you can always make the best of it. You ever try and impress a girl and then you just totally embarrass yourself? Like, when I dated Ariel, she was smart enough to be a brain surgeon, but hot enough to be in Victoria's Secret. And then there was me. I wasn't the smartest, but I could rock a photo shoot for Walmart. I was basically a Kardashian. It just made me want to impress her, you know? Like when we dated, there was this fancy place called the Summer House. Every time we drive by, if there was a couple out, Ariel'd say, that couple is so cute. Almost as cute as us. It was one of those moments that was J-U, you know? Just us. Like, I thought what you said was super sweet, but if my buddies ask, it's gotta be way cooler what happened. You know, it's gotta be like, when we get home tonight, I'm gonna polish your Xbox. Point is, more than anything, I could tell that Ariel wanted to go to the Summer House. So I started saving up, deliver newspapers, mowing lawns, anything to make a buck. And I remember I finally saved $100 when my buddies found out. Hey, give that back! It's money for a date.
Impressing the ladies with cash, huh?
How much pizza can one woman eat? Oh, come on.
Nah, he's going someplace fancy.
Are you going to the Olive Garden? No.
Then where?
We're going to the Summer House.
That's the real, fancy, supreme. You need a tux.
Really?
Yeah.
Take her to Olive Garden. You can wear sweatpants. Now, I was not about to wear sweats to the Summer House. So right away, Bobby took me to his favorite tailor. And I did not realize what it took to get a tux.
Gentlemen, even the most powerful men cannot buy a Kingsman tux.
Well, can you do rentals?
I don't think you'll get it.
I'm gonna go now. Now, clearly, I didn't try and get a tux from the Kingsman, but it's way cooler than saying I couldn't afford one. Either way, I was bummed, sitting back at my room, totally depressed I'm poor, when Bobby busts in the door.
Dude, I got you a tux.
I don't know how he did it, but Bobby got me a tux. You the man. I got a tux. Alex dance moves. Dancing cause I'm sexy. Tuxes make you sexy. Alex dance moves. Now there's this old saying that a good suit makes you twice the man. But I think Bobby took it the wrong way. Bobby, this suit is too big. It's like 2 sizes too large.
Nah, chicks dig it. It's slimming.
Yeah, you look like really hungry. I am so funny. I was just happy to have any suit, you know? Right away I called Erin and was like, I got a big surprise. Dress fancy.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
For a whole week she kept saying it.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
And yes, it did get old.
Where are we going? What are we doing?
But I tried to let it slide, okay? Because I knew how excited she'd be if I could just wait until the final day. So finally it's date night, right? I go to pick up Ariel. She looks gorgeous. It's like one of those iconic movie moments. I'll never forget what she said. Where are we going? What are we doing? It's a surprise. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna kill you. She definitely knew it was bothering me, because as soon as we got in the car, she said, I want tonight to be special. Should I take off the top? Whoa. Is this a trick question? Oh, you're gross. I'm into the car. It's nice out.
Darn it!
So close. But we did take the top off my Jeep. Started cruising on the highway, beautiful lady by my side. I was finally ready to tell her the surprise. I'm taking you to Summer House. Summer House? Really? Oh my God, you love me! Her face made it totally worth all the, where are we going? What are we doing? I just wish I had better timing, because then this happened. Yeah? Can you believe it? I pulled over right away, threw the top back on the Jeep, but we looked ridiculous, already soaked. I was ready to call it quits, and I was like, nah, we're going to Summer House. So we went. Waiter gave us this look like, people like you belong at the Olive Garden. But we had a great night. That's why it doesn't matter what you do to impress your lady, okay? You don't know what's gonna happen. Just enjoy it while you can. And that brings us to today.
what happened with Ariel. It has been a hard video to make. But if you want to know what happened, all you gotta do, click that like button and we will post it next week. Until then, I will see you somewhere, okay?
You say that we'll be meeting at the end of July. Hold tight.
Ever notice that the hardest part of growing up is that your parents don't want you to? Because they just love having you around. Like, there was this one day we were at lunch. My mom was all like,
"You're picking a college around here."
"What? No, I want to move to Los Angeles."
No, you're not. We've got the world's best schools.
Is that true? Because this diner has the world's best hot dogs, and I'm pretty sure they're just saying it. I say if you got a dream, chase it. Or you'll always wonder what if. So I'm sitting in my room telling my girlfriend Ariel that my mom doesn't think I can make it in Hollywood. We got it. It's the only way I could be a comedian, YouTuber, animator, juggler, producer, director, TV host, voice actor.
Okay, stop. Your list is ridiculous. We should stay here and raise a family.
But my dreams. But you're so pretty. Too many choices. Now, part of growing up is picking which dreams you want to come true. So for a while, I didn't leave. And no matter how old I got, I still got treated like a kid. Like Thanksgiving rolls around and it's just...
That seat's for your grandmother. Sit at the kids' table.
But I just graduated. I'm an adult.
No, you're not.
Isn't this exciting? It's the rest of our lives.
That's awesome. More hot dogs. And in that moment, I realized it was now or never. My dreams of moving to LA and doing a sponsored video for GraphicStock.com were ever gonna come true. I had to tell the family. And by the way, they have over 300,000 images, so you know this is a big deal.
So what are you two popping out, kids?
As soon as Alex gets a real job.
There's nothing more satisfying than spending all of your money on your children.
No, don't make me. I'm not staying here. You're all acting like this is the best. Well, the world's best movies made in LA. You'll see, I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove the world has a better hot dog.
That was weird.
You know what? One more thing. GraphicStock gives you unlimited downloads for one flat annual fee.
Really?
Ooh, what a great deal. Now I don't mind that you're breaking up with me.
Now, before I tell you the rest of the story, we're giving away a $50 Amazon gift card to one of you guys for being awesome. All you gotta do is hit subscribe, hit that like button, and leave a comment down below. Back to the story. I'm out in the driveway, packing up my car, figuring out how I'm gonna pay to move to LA. Well, my dad goes,
Time we had a talk.
"No, I'm moving, and there's what... why's your desk outside?"
Because all of life's important decisions happen from this chair.
You could have called me inside.
Oh, genius. You've got the brains and the chutzpah to make it big, son. You should move to LA.
Wait, really? Whoa, thanks. I could use this for gas and rent. This is $2. Where's the rest?
I'm not Oprah, Sean. It's the thought that counts. Now, help me move the desk back into the house.
It was one of the few times I knew he was proud of me. So when I got to LA, the pressure was on to show everyone I could make it on my own. I spent months looking for a job, and my mom would just always call. Hello?
What are you visiting? You never call. Are you cold? Should I mail you a jacket? Do you want soup? What's going on?
Everything's fine, Bob.
Okay, well, hold on. Your father wants to say hello.
John, did you spend the $2 yet?
Yeah, I did, thanks.
So there's no way I could get that back.
I was just trying to grow up, do my own thing, you know? And it always felt like the minute I said I didn't want to, I'd be right back at that kid's table. But then a few weeks later, this happened. Surprise, big brother. What are you doing here? Mother sent me to make sure you know your place. Guess I was wrong about Mom. I'm not going home. I don't want you to go home. I'm merely here to watch you fail. Mother would love that. What are you doing? Hello, Mother.
Are you there? Does he look cold? What's he doing for Thanksgiving? Does he need a hat?
Interesting. What are you doing for Thanksgiving? I didn't have any plans, but if my mom found out, she'd worry even more. So I did something I never liked to do. I lied. I'm having people over. And just like that, the pressure was on. I had to prove to everyone that I could do this on my own. I had 3 things to do. 1, invite people. 2, figure out where they'd sit. 3, make a turkey as good as Mom's. It may seem small, but to me, it was everything. Thanksgiving finally came and I was freaking out. My sister was sitting there with her phone like, if something's wrong, I can always make the call. Oh, thank God someone's here. And one by one, they shuffled in. A mismatch of randoms alone for the holidays. I was pulling it off. And as we sat there talking about our hopes and dreams and how GraphicStock.com is having a massive holiday sale, I realized something. My mom's turkey was slightly overcooked. Uh-oh. Yes, yes. No. I think we could save it. Dang it! Oh no.
I do believe this is for you.
Hi, Bob.
Hello, why haven't you called? Did you make the turkey?
Huh?
Why would you make turkey?
This is California. We're all vegan.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I so didn't make turkey! Yeah, I was in a room full of vegans. Our big meal was mashed potatoes and tofu dogs. And no, they're not the world's best dog. After years of traveling, I can tell you the world's best hot dog is that one from Nick's Nest in Massachusetts. I guess if I had to sum it all up, it'd be that family's important, but so is finding your own way. And my family's proud, they just miss me, especially my dad.
Hello, son. I just ran into Ariel. Everything's gonna be okay. She gave me the $2. Also, she gave me a free membership to GraphicStock.com. What a great website.
Now before we go, since today's story was about chasing that dream, what about you? What dream are you chasing? Is anyone trying to stop you? I'm really curious how it's going for you. Let me know. And a huge thank you to GraphicStock.com for sponsoring the video. If you want to check it out, link in the description. You will get half off for a year. And did anyone spot the Star Wars poster in the video? We kind of drew that in the office, and then we're like, should we get this printed up? And then we did, and now we might have some if you want one. Do you want one? Thank you for watching, and special thank you to my Patreon backers for making this possible for one more month. It's Alex Clark, and I will see you somewhere, okay? Bye! Did you ever get excited as a kid about that first kiss? What about stressed out? I say it is a little bit of both. I was on this date once, it was going great.
Thanks for the ride home. You're cute.
Oh my god, this is the moment.
High five?
What? Are you serious? We've been flirting all day. And now you want a high five? Oh yeah. You should know, there's a girl that I fist bumped. I've just had too many problems with first kisses, alright? Especially my first kiss. Maybe it's because it was my first time, but it was the worst. Here's what happened. I was hanging out with this girl. I had no idea that she was into me, right? Her name was, Dorothy. It's not her real name, okay? Dorothy is a name from her favorite movie. And out of nowhere, she says,
Have you ever been kissed?
and let me tell you, the first time you hear that, you have some new boy thoughts, okay? Some deep, dark secrets. But I am a gentleman, okay? And we are too young to high five.
Well, hello? Have you ever kissed?
Now, I must be a real genius because I said, yeah, yeah, like, 2 times. Like 2 times? This is what I said. Really? Like, I'm pretty sure if you've kissed less than 3 people, you know how many times it was. But this is where it gets good. She says,
I've never kissed anyone. What's it like?
and this is where I made my move. I closed my eyes, leaned in, and then something like this happened. Is my breath bad?
No. I just want my first time to be special.
So I'm at school, figuring out how do you make it special.
My mom says my dad is special when he belches at church.
Oh, my man, it's her first kiss. Make it special with your lips.
Maybe you should practice.
What? How?
Well, your sister's hot.
That is disgusting.
I am so funny.
And look, you should never talk about my sister, okay? Because when you do, she always appears. Hello, boys. I've heard some stories.
But not everything's true.
You like Dorothy. Who told you that? All that matters is that you lose. You can't impress a girl you know nothing about. And you boys know nothing. All these people were stressing me out, and my sister has a point. I knew nothing about this girl, except her favorite movie. Bobby, can I borrow your projector?
Sure. What for?
I knew exactly how to make it special. We'd be outside under the stars, cuddled up in a blanket, in my treehouse, watching her favorite movie. It'd be romantic or something. So it's Saturday night, she comes over, and she was impressed.
This is my favorite!
You're my favorite. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I do remember this.
Tonight's perfect.
You don't forget something like that, especially when the next moment this happens. Now, come on. Who's your papa? Nice treehouse, huh? There's like a power outage in my tree fort. Why?
It's okay. Isn't there, like, a TV in the house?
There is. Thing is, the living room TV is for my dad only, and the only other TV in my house is in my sister's room. Well, isn't this
special.
Are you sure we're not bothering you?
Not at all, my dear. I've always wanted to watch Wizard of Oz.
My sister basically invented the term smoosh-lootin'. She was booty blocking me like you wouldn't believe. And I had to get rid of her.
Can't you just, like, do your homework or something? Nothing is more important than watching this movie.
I was stuck. There was nothing I could do.
Honey, your friend is here! Head on up, sweetie. It'll be fine.
How odd. I wasn't expecting company.
This was a gift from God. I don't care who it was. They were saving the day.
Well, hello, my lady. Alex. Alex, why are you in here?
Why are you in here?
Yes, why?
Seriously, why?
Well, I thought, your sister,
Yeah, thanks to him and the Kiss Killer, this was the opposite of a special night. We awkwardly watched the movie for like 20 minutes, and I could tell Dorothy got fed up because she had one of those sassy, heavy girl sighs. And then she pulled me under the blanket, and well, I think you know what happened in there. And if you want to hear an even juicier story, you just gotta click like, or you can just subscribe. It's super easy. So the whole idea for this video is because I just got this new projector, right? This is it. It reminded me of my first kiss. And it's as tiny as it looks by iCodus. You gotta get one, alright? I'm gonna do an unboxing on my second channel, so subscribe to that if you wanna check it out. Otherwise, it's Alex Clark, and I will see you somewhere, okay? Bye! Are you weird? Because I think being weird's kind of cool. I went to performing arts high school run by hippies, and my bus driver was a Rastafarian named Noel that had a reggae band. He didn't have a bus, he had a van. Our school bus was a van. But that's okay, because I'm weird! I think weird people are the ones that make things happen. Like my friend Bobby, he's always been really weird, in a very cool way. And I actually got to see him on one of my last trips home, and what happened was definitely weird, so here's the story. It started out like any other trip home, right? You buy this expensive plane ticket, fly 6 hours to get there, and then spend your entire week doing everything your family wants to do, which is watching reruns on TV.
It's so good to have you home. It's not the same without you.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you're just watching Duck Dynasty. Hello?
It's not about the show, Sean. The real pleasure is having you here, keeping us warm with your body heat.
Now look, I love trips home, okay? But for the love of God, can you make some plans around the visit? I mean, after 7 days of Duck Dynasty, it doesn't even have to be a big plan, just something.
I know what we can do.
What is it? What, huh?
We are gonna watch my new favorite show, Owl Empire.
So as you can imagine, I was super excited to have one of my friends from home call me.
Bro, I'm about to change your life.
Save me!
You got it. 1 second. Wait, what just happened? Yo, I'm DJ Crash, and I'm inviting each and every one of you to my first public show.
Now what actually happened was he texted me, said he was DJing now, and asked if I wanted to go. Yeah, apparently Bobby's a DJ. And I know when you live far away, you should spend time with your family, but...
Well, what sets our cafe apart is there's a real-life owl you have to fight to get to the bathroom.
I had a feeling they weren't gonna miss me.
Sweet bro. I'm putting you on the VP list.
Now, I think DJs are cool, like DJ Quads or Daft Punk. They make awesome music. So even though it was not right to ditch the family, I was excited to see a DJ, you know, go to a party, be on a VIP list. I was pumped. I pulled up to the building. I'd never been there before. And unlike most clubs, this building was like actually pretty clean. And the bouncer dude, if you could call him that, was this bro wearing a sweater vest and glasses. Well, this is not what I was expecting from you. There were no buff dudes either, just some dudes leaning on the wall playing with yo-yos. Bobby was not DJing a club. It was a high school dance. No. Why are you smiling? Don't you smile at me. You take that smile off your face, braces, girl. That is not okay.
Whoa. Hey, back up. 10 feet perimeter. Fog machine. Never leave home without it.
Bobby! Did you invite me to a high school dance?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That's 100% correct.
I've always found those dances, ever since I was in high school, awkward, bumping and grinding. This school actually took that to another level. There are literally sweat stain marks on the walls from people bumping and grinding so hard. Oh, it's gross, I know. But it was better than being stuck at home watching Owl Empire. Plus, I was on the VIP list.
Bro, I told you. It's the VP list. Verified Patrol.
What's Verified Patrol?
It's easy. you a chaperone. No, bro, stay. They only agreed to let me DJ if I could find them a chaperone.
So, what do you get if you DJ?
It's awesome. I get to DJ!
Yeah, I was tricked into chaperoning. I had the lovely job of stopping people from dancing too close.
Like, go out there with a little ruler and be like, you are less than 12 inches apart. Back up.
Kind of wanted people to just do whatever they wanted to do. And that's where Bobby's fog machine came in. Instead of fixing the problem, we covered it with loads of fog. It kind of looked like somebody threw a party in the Upside Down.
But instead of escaping a Demogorgon, I was running for my life from a 13-year-old with braces and a crush.
The fog was getting thicker. The music was getting louder. The lights were flashing like crazy. We had no idea what was about to happen.
I don't know what. Shoot.
We had filled that place so full of fog that the fire alarms had gone off. And the music and strobes were so loud that for a good 30 minutes, we had no idea. Literally, the only reason we found out is because these guys showed up. I don't know how we could have been so stupid about it. Next day, I felt kind of bad, so I texted Bobby to apologize. He didn't care. Overall, the trip home was worth it. Sure, it was a little weird, but I like weird. Although I am excited to be back in LA watching shows that aren't Owl Empire. I'm just more into cartoons like Bravest Warriors, or you know how much I love Dofus, right? If you like that kind of stuff, you should definitely check out our sponsor for today, vrv.co/Alex. Verve is loaded with content from Crunchyroll, Rooster Teeth, Funimation. I actually just synced a bunch of Dofus episodes to my iPad so I can watch them offline. I've been watching an episode every night when I go to bed, so if you want to join in on the slumber party, go to vrv.co/Alex and we can watch the same exact episodes. We're not gonna sleep next to each other though, so stay where you are. But either way, you're gonna love Dofus. The art in that, just every time I watch an episode, it gives me an idea for a video. So if you want to check it out and find out why so many Clarkers already have, visit vrv.co/Alex. Until then, I'll be right here watching the same exact episodes.
Hi, Alex. I'm here for the slumber party.
Whoa! We just passed 100,000 followers on Twitter. That is shocking to me, because, well, I don't have friends in real life. You guys are my friends, so I just hang out on Twitter and on Instagram. Instagram's next. I will see you on there, and congrats to last week's screenshot winner. It's Alex Clark, and I will see you somewhere, okay? Bye!
Hay cosas que siempre has usado mal. Si tienes los pasos, no invadas su espacio. Y si usas el Axe blanco, no lo uses en el cuerpo. Úsalo bien. La lata blanca es el antitranspirante y es para las axilas. Y tus pasos, usa.
Can you believe it? I have never been to Five Guys, ever. And I was proud of it too. Like, if there was a medal I could put on my shirt, I would have worn it proudly. Walking into McDonald's, getting in my special privileged line, like, yeah, this is for